Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. Last week I shared with you how to make an ultra lightweight body milk lotion. This week I'm going to be sharing with you something similar, but this formula is designed for the face. So essentially we're making a body milk for the face. Again, this is an ultra lightweight lotion, perfect for the daytime or the summertime months when you don't need as much intense hydration, and I'm really liking the results of this formula. In this video today, I'm going to be going over my step-by-step visual process and tutorial of how to put together this luscious facial milk. If you would like the full written recipe with percentages, amounts, so you can scale up or down as you like, and a full step-by-step written detailed tutorial, please head on over to my Patreon campaign where you can unlock this formula at the $5 level. Not only will you be able to unlock today's formula, at the $5 level you'll be able to unlock the archive of recipes. The campaign is 4 years old now. There are hundreds of formulas and tutorials for you to take advantage of just at that $5 level. I post weekly, sometimes twice weekly. We've built a beautiful community of almost 3,000 makers. It's a great way to connect with me and other makers just like you. So I hope you'll check it out. I'll put the link in the description box below for you. We also offer 4 other tiers, each with their own unique benefits. And most recently, we have been offering coupon codes to some of my favorite suppliers like Makesy.com and OnlineLabels.com. And that makes your sign up very well worth it. They are $5 off coupons, $10 off coupons, and 10% off coupon codes. So again, I'll put the link in the description box below. I hope that you'll take a look at it and take advantage of it. All right, let's make some beautiful facial milk. All right, so like most lotion formulas, this contains a water phase, an oil phase, and a cool down phase. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and weigh off our water phase ingredients. So into this smaller beaker, I'm using the water phase beaker as the smaller beaker because eventually the whole formula is going to go into the oil phase. So we want to make the oil phase beaker the larger one. So into the smaller beaker, I'm weighing off some hyaluronic acid solution. This is a 1% stock that I made. In the tutorial, I'll share with you how to make it. Over on the campaign, it's super easy. I know you can buy it already. You can buy a 1% stock already made. I think brambleberry.com sells it, but it's much cheaper to make yourself, and it's not that hard. Hyaluronic acid is wonderful for the skin. It really helps to hydrate and plump the skin. So it's great in any sort of anti-aging formula. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and add in our humectant. Now the humectant of choice today is Propanediol 1,3. I did get this at Formulator Sample Shop. If you have a hard time getting a hold of this, you can use vegetable glycerin or you can use sodium lactate. I like this Propanediol in this formula because it's not sticky. It has a very nice skin feel. So we're going to go ahead and add in the humectant. That's going to be drawing moisture to the skin from the air. So the hyaluronic acid also is a great choice for this formula because it gives the formula a nice skin feel and a little bit of viscosity, and it helps the spreadability. It's serum-like. So that's why I like it in this formula. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our waters. So the first water I'm going to be using is chamomile essence water. You could use any hydrosol or essence water of your choice here. I really like the smell of the chamomile essence water. This comes from makingcosmetics.com. It smells wonderful. Very fresh and floral. So we're just making a very small batch today of 100 grams because I'm running low on some of these ingredients needed for this formula. But again, the percentages will be available in the tutorial, so you can scale it up if you like. And then the next thing we're weighing off is just some distilled water. that's, oh, we have one more thing for the water phase. It's not quite it, but I'm going to go ahead and give this a little bit of a mix. I'm going to set this aside for just a minute, and then I'm going to get my little scale out. And the last thing going into the water phase is some niacinamide. This is going to be your vitamin B3. This is really good for skin brightening, complexion. It helps to even out your complexion. It's a nice product. My skin really likes this. I got this one also at makingcosmetics.com. But again, it's great for its skin brightening properties. It's great for the complexion. All right, that weighed out to exactly what I needed, and I'm completely out of this. So interesting when that happens. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and take our niacinamide. We're gonna pop it into the water phase. And we're gonna give that a little bit of a stir to combine and to dissolve. And then we're gonna set our water phase aside. And then the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and weigh off our oil phase ingredients. And in fact, we're gonna weigh some of them off, and again, into this little tiny container here, because it's such a small amount that I wanna make sure we're weighing accurately. So this is where kind of the star of the show ingredient comes in. Body milks and ultra lightweight lotions can be kind of hard to create a stable emulsion because, again, they're super thin. And so if you're new to this, emulsifiers are really important. In the body milk formula that I shared last week, I shared a different emulsifier than I'm going to be sharing with you today. But not all emulsifiers work as great for this type of formula from what I've learned. These types of formulas can separate out easily, meaning their emulsion isn't as stable. So for this formula, I'm using, it's called Cream Maker Blend. That's the name brand. I got this from makingcosmetics.com, but it is a combination, almost a 50-50 combination of glyceryl stearate and PEG 100 stearate. It has a beautiful silky skin feel. That's one thing that you really do want to have in a lightweight lotion, because you're not going to have a lot of the water phase, the water being the biggest part of this formula. You need things that are going to enhance the skin feel. You need ingredients that are going to enhance the skin feel. And the Cream Maker Blend has a very beautiful, elegant skin feel and spreadability. And this will give you a stable emulsion at a very small usage rate. So this way we can get a very thin emulsion. We can get a very thin lotion. And it will stay stable because of this particular ingredient. And then in last week's video, if you haven't seen that one, I used a different one. I used a different one for the body milk. So go check that one out if you haven't seen it yet, because that is another emulsifier that works great for lightweight. This one's going to be a little more lightweight, more water phase than oil phase. So that's why we're using this one today. So we're going to go ahead and put this right into the oil phase container. And then I'm going to go ahead and weigh out the next ingredient. This is also a really good ingredient for this formula. The next one I'm sharing with you. You guys know I love this one. This is Sepimax Zen. Now this is a gel maker, but it's also a thickener, and it gives your products a very velvety skin feel, and it enhances the spreadability. Again, in a thinner type formula, an ingredient like this is great. Sepimax Zen. And so we're going to go ahead and add this into the tiny beaker. And we're not using a ton of it. We don't want a thick cream, but we're just using enough to help build a little bit of viscosity and also help with that beautiful velvety skin feel. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and pop that in. Make sure you get it all out. And then the last thing in the oil phase ingredients is some squalane oil. Now I'm using squalane oil because it's very lightweight. It's great for anti-aging. It has great anti-aging properties. It absorbs super nicely into the skin. It's non-greasy. Okay. So that's it for my oil phase. Now I have my water phase and my oil phase. I'm going to set these aside and I'm going to weigh off my cool down phase. Now I just want to weigh the cool down phase off now so that I have it ready. Technically you could wait to do this until after everything is heated up, but I'm going to go ahead and get it prepared now just to make things a little simpler. So our cool down phase consists of 2 ingredients. We're going to be using some liquid germall plus for the preservative, and the reason I'm using this ingredient or this preservative is because our formula is very much water-based, and germall is great for water-based formulas. And then the next thing I'm going to be adding in is some cyclomethicone. Now this is great for skin feel and spreadability. It gives it a really nice kind of just a silky glide to your formulas. Cyclomethicone is a silicone, but it has a bigger molecule. So rather than absorbing into your skin, it sits on top and kind of fills in those fine lines. So it's great for anti-aging as well as helping the lotion to feel really good on your skin. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a little bit of a mix. We're going to set this aside. And then what I need to do is go ahead and heat up my water phase and my oil phase ingredients and melt down those waxes and the sepimax zen a little bit, and then I'll come back for the next step. All right, my oils and water are all melted down and warmed up thoroughly. They're sitting right around 140 degrees, 135 degrees. So it's time to go ahead and combine the oil and water phases together. So we're gonna pour the water phase into the oil phase, and then we're gonna stick blend this to emulsify it completely. I have my stick blender on low. I'm going to go ahead and blend this for 2 minutes and then I'll bring you back for the next step. Okay, we have a good and stable emulsion here, and our formula is cooled down to about 100 degrees. So we're able to go ahead and add in those cool down ingredients. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a show and tell here on what the consistency looks like. Of course, it's still a little bit on the warm side, but it's not going to get much thicker than that really. So it's a very good lightweight consistency. So here's our cool down ingredients. Now I'm going to be adding them in this way because that liquid germall plus does like to stick to the bottom, and so I want to make sure I am scooping all of it up. So I'm pouring a little bit of the formula into the beaker here. And then I'm just going to stir really good to combine, stirring with my spatula and making sure I'm picking up all of that preservative off the bottom. And then I'm going to be adding it back into the batch. Okay, and then I'm going to be giving the batch a good stir. And I'm going to give it one more blend with the stick blender just to make sure my cool down ingredients are well incorporated. And that is pretty much it. The next thing we're going to do is just wait for this to get down to room temperature, and then we'll pour it into the containers of choice. All right, I'll bring you back for the next step. All right, so this formula has reached room temperature now, and in my house that's about 77 degrees, 78 degrees. So I just wanted to give you a visual of the final viscosity here. Isn't that just gorgeous? And then we're going to go ahead and package it up. So I'm using this little container, this little glass container I got from Amazon. It has a little cork lid on it. Of course, this is not how you would ship it, but I already have some from a previous batch, and I'm just going to go ahead and refill this container when I'm done with it. So I'm going to be storing it in this container here. And let me just show you how beautiful the consistency is. It's very, very pourable. Look at that. And I'm just going to pop the lid right on there. And that's how I'm going to store mine. Isn't that cute? It'll look cute in my bathroom. So the last thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and give you a little bit of a use demo here. So this is an airless pump. I got these on Amazon. They're 1 ounce airless pumps, but again, I'm just going to be refilling my container. These are refillable as well once I get done with this one, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of a use demo so you can see how the emulsion is still stable. And we're just going to go ahead and put a few drops on my arm. See that? See how nice and thin it is? And then it just has excellent spreadability. It's just such a nice, of course you would be putting this on your face, but I just wanted to show you how it works. And this would be very refreshing if you popped it in the fridge first and let it get down cold and put it on a hot day. This is just a gorgeous formula. All right, everybody, that's how you make a beautiful facial milk formula. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comments and questions below. Subscribe to my channel, and why not share this video with a friend? All right, everybody, catch you on the next video. Bye. Keep shining.